When I joined Bolt was still one of those companies that were starting in our market. You're talking about, I walked into the office for my interview. I still remember the first day. I was dressed in like suit pants, formal shoes, tucked in shirt. I'm like, I'm going for an interview at this new company people have been telling me about. As soon as I walk in, I'm seeing all these people running around with their laptops, with their MacBooks, and I'm wondering what is going on. And I remember walking to the gate of the interview, there were lines of drivers just outside. There were so many cars outside. I'm thinking, what is happening in this place? It's all so chaotic. That's what it was like starting with Bolt. And then I get to the interview and I'm so shocked. I walked out of the interview thinking, that felt like a good interview. I felt like I was describing myself, and I think I would like to be at this place and grow here. So my expectations when I joined was, I'm going to get a job that's going to pay me a high salary. That was when I joined. That's all I was thinking about at the time. What surprised me the most is how over the years, Bolt has changed. It's not what it was like when it was before, in a good way, right? We're talking about before we used to have drivers lined up to kind of get assistance. Now they can do this online. We can help them much faster. We're talking about teams that were super big back then, but now it's like smaller teams, but we're still doing this amount of work. So when I joined, to be honest, I didn't expect that I would grow alongside of the company. In the beginning, it was, this is a new company. You know, it's just in South Africa. That was my intention. I didn't think that as the company grew over the years, I would be growing alongside the company, which is just a beautiful journey for me. Working in the African markets taught me that our customers are very resilient, right? Our customers have built businesses from this brand, which is Bolt. Our customers are not just, it's not just the customer. So when I think about our customers, I'm thinking about our drivers and our clients. It's not just, oh, I'm going to drive this one person to point A to point B. When you talk about our drivers, we're talking about fathers, we're talking about uncles, we're talking about mothers, we're talking about people paying school fees for their children, putting food on the table. We're talking about people making a living. So for me in the region, what it taught me is that every little decision that we make, you can't make it from just a spreadsheet. You also have to listen to people and say, are we actually solving the problem that you actually have? Are we actually addressing the actual issue that you want us to help you with so you can get on with your job? Because if you think about it, we sit and we make the decisions, but they are the ones in the street taking all of the risks. And that for us is that we have to work hand in hand. This is not just a driver. This is our partner in the markets, and we have to work hand in hand. 3 months ago, I made a career move to move to Tallinn, which was not easy, but the 3 months I've been here have been great. The support has been amazing. How the decision came about is that one of our managers planted a seed over a dinner table when we were having team building. And he leaned over to me like, hey, have you ever thought about moving to Tallinn? And I was like, no, why would I? Like, I'm happy where I am. Like, I've got family, I've got everything, I'm grounded where I am. But because he said that, it stuck with me for a long time. And I kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And one of the things that were going through my head is that, okay, here in South Africa, this is where I'm from, this is where I grew up, I've got all these relationships, I've grown immensely with this beautiful company called Bolt. And now, I think I've grown to as best as I can here. And I have to take another leap, I have to take another decision. What happens if I stay? What happens if I don't stay? And the what happens if I don't stay was so uncertain. And when I look back at my journey in my career, every single time I've had uncertainty, in my career, I've said yes to, I've grown with that. So for me, it was let's go and do it. Let's take the leap and let's go and try a global role.